I Am That Talks with Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. Chapter 9 Responses of Memory. Perception, imagination, expectation, anticipation, illusion, all are based on memory. There are hardly any borderlines between them. They just merge into each other. All are responses of memory. Questioner. Some say the universe was created. Others say that it has always existed and is forever undergoing transformations. Some say it is subject to eternal laws. Others deny even causality. Some say the world is real. Others that it has no being whatsoever. Maharaj. Which world are you inquiring about? Questioner. The world of my perceptions, of course. Maharaj. The world you can perceive is a very small world indeed, and it is entirely private. Take it to be a dream and be done with it. Maharaj. Questioner. How can I take it to be a dream? A dream does not last. Maharaj. How long will your own little world last? Questioner. My little world is but a part of the total. Maharaj. Is not the idea of a total world a part of your personal world? The universe does not come to tell you that you are a part of it. It is you who have invented a totality to contain you as a part. In fact, all you know is your own private world, however well you have furnished it with your imaginations and expectations. Questioner. Surely, perception is not imagination. Maharaj. What else? Perception is recognition, is it not? Something entirely unfamiliar can be sensed, but cannot be perceived. Perception involves memory. Questioner. Granted, but memory does not make it illusion. Maharaj. Perception, imagination, expectation, anticipation, illusion are all based on memory. There are hardly any borderlines between them. They just merge into each other. All are responses of memory. Questioner. Still, memory is there to prove the reality of my world. Maharaj. How much do you remember? Try to write down from memory what you were thinking, saying, and doing on the 30th of last month. Question. Yes, there is a blank. Maharaj. It is not so bad. Do you remember a lot? Unconscious memory makes the world in which you live so familiar. Questioner. Admitted that the world in which I live is subjective and partial. What about you? What kind of world do you live? Maharaj. My world is just like yours. I see, I hear, I feel, I think, I speak, and act in a world I perceive, just like you. But with you, it is all. With me, it is almost nothing. Knowing the world to be a part of myself, I pay it no more attention than you pay to the food you have eaten. While being prepared and eaten, the food is separate from you and your mind is on it. Once swallowed, you become totally unconscious of it. I have eaten up the world, and I need not think of it anymore. Questioner. Don't you become completely irresponsible? Maharaj. How could I? How can I hurt something which is one with me? On the contrary, without thinking of the world, whatever I do will be of benefit to it. Just as the body gets itself right unconsciously, so I am ceaselessly active in setting the world right. Questioner. Nevertheless, you are aware of the immense suffering of the world. Maharaj. Of course I am. Much more than you are. Questioner. Then what do you do? Maharaj. I look at it through the eyes of God and find that all is well. Questioner. How can you say that all is well? Look at the wars, the exploitation, the cruel strife between the citizen and the state. Maharaj. All these sufferings are man-made, and it is within man's power to put an end to them. God helps by facing man with the results of his actions and demanding that the balance should be restored. Karma is the law that works for righteousness. It is the healing hand of God. I Am That talks with Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, Chapter 10. Witnessing. You must watch yourself continuously, particularly your mind, moment by moment, missing nothing. This witnessing is essential for the separation of the self from the not self. Questioner. I am full of desires and I want them fulfilled. How am I so to get what I want? Maharaj. Do you deserve what you desire? In some way or other, you have worked for the fulfillment of your desires. Put in energy and wait for the results. Questioner. Where am I to get the energy? Maharaj. The desire itself is energy. Questioner. Then why does not every desire get fulfilled? Maharaj. Maybe it was not strong enough and lasting. Questioner. Yes, that is my problem. I want things, but I'm lazy when it comes to action. Maharaj. When your desire is not clear or strong, it cannot take shape. Besides, if your desires are personal for your own enjoyment, the energy you give them is necessarily limited. It cannot move more than that you have. Questioner. Yet often ordinary persons do attain what they desire. Maharaj. After desiring it very much for a long time, even then their achievements are limited. Questioner. And what about unselfish desires? Maharaj. When you desire the common good, the whole world desires with you. Make humanity's desire your own and work for it. There you cannot fail. Questioner. Humanity is God's work, not mine. I am concerned with myself. Have I not the right to see my legitimate desires fulfilled? They will hurt no one. My desires are legitimate. They are right desires. Why don't they come true? Maharaj. Desires are right or wrong according to circumstances. It depends on how you look at them. It is only for the individual that a distinction between right and wrong is valid. Questioner. What are the guidelines for such distinction? How am I to know which of my desires are right and which are wrong? Maharaj. In your case, desires that lead to sorrow are wrong, and those that lead to happiness are right. But you must not forget others. Their sorrow and happiness also count. Questioner. Results are in the future. How can I know what they will be? Maharaj. Use your mind. Remember, observe. You are not different from others. Most of their experiences are valid for you also. Think clearly and deeply. Go into the entire structure of your desires and their ramifications. And they are a most important part of your mental and emotional makeup and powerfully affect your actions. Remember, you cannot abandon what you do not know. To go beyond yourself, you must know yourself. Questioner. What does it mean to know myself? By knowing myself, what exactly do I come to know? Maharaj. All that you are not. Questioner. And not what I am. Maharaj. What you are, you already are. By knowing what you are not, you are free of it and remain in your own natural state. It all happens quite spontaneously and effortlessly. Questioner. And what do I discover? Maharaj. You discover that there is nothing to discover. You are what you are, and that is all. Questioner. But ultimately, what am I? Maharaj. The ultimate denial of all you are not. Questioner. I do not understand. Maharaj. It is your fixed idea that you must be something or other that blinds you. Questioner. How can I get rid of this idea? Maharaj. If you trust me, believe when I tell you that you are the pure awareness that illuminates consciousness and its infinite content. Realize this and live accordingly. If you do not believe me, then go within, inquiring, what am I? Or focus your mind on I am, which is pure and simple being. Questioner. What does my faith in you depend on? Maharaj. On your insight into other people's hearts. If you cannot look into my heart, look into your own. Questioner. I can do neither. Maharaj. Purify yourself by a well-ordered and useful life. Watch over your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. This will clear your vision. Maharaj. You cannot renounce. Questioner. I must not renounce everything. Must I not renounce everything first and live a homeless life? Maharaj. You cannot renounce. You may leave your home and give trouble to your family, but attachments are in the mind and will not leave you until you know your mind inside and out. First things first, know yourself. All else will come with it. Questioner. But you already told me that I am the supreme reality. Is this not self-knowledge? Maharaj. Of course you are the supreme reality. But what of it? Every grain of sand is God. To know it is important. But that is only the beginning. Questioner. You told me that I am the supreme reality. I believe you. What next is there for me to do? Maharaj. I told you already. Discover all you are not. Body, feelings, thoughts, ideas, time, space, being and not being, this or that. Nothing concrete or abstract that you can point to is you. A mere verbal statement will not do. You may repeat a formula endlessly without any result whatsoever. You must watch yourself continuously, particularly your mind, moment by moment, missing nothing. This witnessing is essential for the separation of the self from the not self. Questioner. The witnessing, is it not my real nature? Maharaj. For witnessing, there must be something else to witness. We are still in duality. Questioner. What about witnessing the witness? Awareness of the awareness. Maharaj. Putting words together will not take you far. Go within and discover what you are not. Nothing else matters. I Am That. Talks with Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. Chapter 11. Awareness and consciousness. Awareness is primordial. It is the original state, beginningless, endless, uncaused, unsupported, without parts, without change. Consciousness is on contact, a reflection against a surface, a state of duality. There can be no consciousness without awareness, but there can be awareness without consciousness, as in deep sleep. Questioner: what do you do when you are asleep? Maharaj: I am aware of being asleep. Questioner: is not deep sleep a state of unconsciousness? Maharaj: yes, I am aware of being unconscious. Questioner: and when awake or dreaming? Maharaj: I am aware of being awake or dreaming. Questioner: I do not follow you. What exactly do you mean? Let me make my terms clear. By being asleep, I mean unconscious. By being awake, I mean conscious. By dreaming, I mean conscious of one's mind, but not of the surroundings. Maharaj: it is almost the same for me, yet there seems to be a difference. In each state you forget the other two, while to me there is but one state of being, including and transcending the three mental states of waking, dreaming, and sleeping. Questioner: do you see a direction and a purpose in the world? Maharaj: the world is but a reflection of my imagination. Whatever I want to see, I can see. But why should I invent patterns of creation, evolution, and destruction? I do not need them. The world is in me. The world is myself. I am not afraid of it and have no desire to lock it up in a mental picture. Questioner: coming back to sleep, do you dream? Maharaj: Maharaj: of course. Questioner: what are your dreams? Maharaj: echoes of the waking state. Questioner: and your deep sleep? Maharaj: the brain consciousness is suspended. Questioner: are you then unconscious? Maharaj: unconscious of my surroundings, yes. Questioner: not quite unconscious. Maharaj: I remain aware that I am unconscious. Questioner: you use the words aware and conscious. Are they not the same? Maharaj: awareness is primordial. It is the original state, beginningless, endless, uncaused, unsupported, without parts, without change. Consciousness is on contact, a reflection against a surface, a state of duality. There can be no consciousness without awareness, but there can be awareness without consciousness, as in deep sleep. Awareness is absolute, but consciousness is relative to its content. Consciousness is always of something. Consciousness is partial and changeable. Awareness is total, changeless, calm, and silent. It is the common matrix of every experience. Questioner: how does one go beyond consciousness into awareness? Maharaj: since it is awareness that makes consciousness possible, there is awareness in every state of consciousness. Therefore, the very consciousness of being conscious is already a movement in awareness. Interest in your stream of consciousness takes you to awareness. It is not a new state. It is at once recognized as the original, basic existence, which is life itself, and also love and joy. Questioner: Since reality is with us all the time, what does self-realization consist of, Maharaj? Realization is but the opposite of ignorance. To take the world as real and one's self as unreal is ignorance and cause of sorrow. To know the self as the only reality and all else as temporal and transient is freedom, peace, and joy. It is all very simple. Instead of seeing things as imagined, learn to see them as they are. When you can see everything as it is, you will also see yourself as you are. It is like cleaning a mirror. The same mirror that shows you the world as it is will also show you your own face. The thought I am is the polishing cloth. Use it. I am that. Talks with Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. Chapter 12. The person is not reality. Once you realize that the person is merely a shadow of the reality, but not reality itself, you cease to fret and worry. You agree to be guided from within, and life becomes a journey into the unknown. Questioner, kindly tell us how you realized. Maharaj, I met my guru when I was 34 and realized by 37. Questioner, what happened? What was the change? Maharaj, pleasure and pain lost their sway over me. I was free from desire and fear. I found myself full, needing nothing. I saw that the ocean of pure awareness on the surface of the universal consciousness, the numberless waves of the phenomenal world arise and subside beginninglessly and endlessly. As consciousness, they are all me. As events, they're all mine. There is a mysterious power that looks after them. That power is awareness, self, life, God, whatever name you give it. That power is awareness. It is the foundation, the ultimate support of all that is. Just like gold is the basis for all gold jewelry, and it is so intimately ours. Subtract the name and shape from the jewelry, and the gold becomes obvious. Be free of name and form and of the desires and fears they create, then what remains? Questioner, nothingness. Maharaj, yes, the void remains, but the void is full to the brim. It is the eternal potential, just as consciousness is the eternal actual. Questioner, by potential you mean the future. Maharaj, past, present, and future. They are all there and infinitely more. Questioner, but since the void is void, it is of little use to us. Maharaj, how can you say so? Without a breach in continuity, how can there be rebirth? Can there be renewal without death? Even the darkness of sleep is refreshing and rejuvenating. Without death, we would have been bogged down forever in eternal senility. Questioner, is there no such thing as immortality? Maharaj, when life and death are seen as essential to each other, as two aspects of one being, that is immortality. To see the end in the beginning and the beginning in the end is the intimation of eternity. Definitely, immortality is not continuity. Only the process of change continues. Nothing lasts. Questioner. Awareness lasts? Maharaj. Awareness is not of time. Time exists in consciousness only. Beyond consciousness, where are time and space? Questioner. Within the field of your consciousness, there is also your body. Maharaj. Of course, but the idea my body as different from other bodies is not there. To me, it is a body, not my body, a mind, not my mind. The mind looks after the body all right. I need not interfere. What needs to be done is being done in the normal and natural way. You may not be quite conscious of your physiological functions, but when it comes to thoughts and feelings, desires and fears, you become acutely self-conscious. To me, these two are largely unconscious. I find myself talking to people or doing things quite correctly and appropriately without being very much conscious of them. It looks as if I live my physical, walking life automatically, reacting spontaneously and accurately. Questioner. Does this spontaneous response come as a result of realization or by training? Maharaj. Both. Devotion to your goal makes you live a clean and orderly life, given to searching for truth and to helping people. And realization makes noble virtue easy and spontaneous by removing for good the obstacles in the shape of desires and fears and wrong ideas. Questioner. Don't you have desires and fears anymore? Maharaj. My destiny was to be born a simple man, a commoner, a humble tradesman, with little formal education. My life was of the common kind, with common desires and fears. When through my faith in my teacher and obedience to his words, I realized my true being and left behind my human nature to look after itself until its destiny is exhausted. Occasionally, an old reaction, emotion, or mental happens in the mind, but it is at once noticed and discarded. After all, as long as one is burdened with a person, one is exposed to its idiosyncrasies and habits. Questioner. Are you not afraid of death? Maharaj. I am dead already. Questioner. In what sense? Maharaj. I am double dead. Not only I am dead to my body, but to my mind as well. Questioner. Well, you do not look dead at all. Maharaj. That's what you say. You seem to know my state better than I do. Questioner. I'm sorry, but I just do not understand. You say you are bodiless and mindless, while I see you very much alive and articulate. Maharaj. A tremendously complex work is going on all the time in your brain and body. Are you conscious of it? Not at all. Yet, for an outsider, all seems to be going on intelligently and purposefully. Why not admit that one's entire personal life may sink largely below the threshold of consciousness and yet proceed sanely and smoothly? Questioner. Is it normal? Maharaj. What is normal? Is your life obsessed by desires and fears, full of strife and struggle, meaningless and joyless, normal? To be acutely conscious of your body, is it normal? To be torn by feelings, tortured by thoughts, is it normal? A healthy body and a healthy mind live largely unperceived by their owner. Only occasionally, through pain or suffering, they call for attention and insight. Why not extend the same to the entire personal life? One can function rightly, respond well and fully to whatever happens without having to bring it into the focus of awareness. When self-control becomes second nature, awareness shifts its focus to deeper levels of existence and actions. Let me repeat that. When self-control becomes second nature, awareness shifts its focus to deeper levels of existence and action. Questioner: don't you then become a robot? Maharaj: what harm is there in making automatic what is habitual and repetitive? It is automatic anyhow, but when it is also chaotic, it causes pain and suffering and calls for attention. The entire purpose of a clean and well-ordered life is to liberate man from the thrall of chaos and the burden of sorrow. Questioner: you seem to be in favor of a computerized life. Maharaj: what is wrong with a life that is free from problems? Personality is merely a reflection of the real. Why should not the reflection be true to the original as a matter of course, automatically? Need the person have any designs of its own? The life of which it is an expression will guide it. Once you realize that the person is merely a shadow of the reality, but not really itself, you cease to fret and worry. You agree to be guided from within, and life becomes a journey into the unknown.